Good day all, Anise from BlackBull Markets here. With only a few weeks remaining until we see the result of the US election, traders keep their eyes keenly on US stocks, especially as they've continued to print higher highs leading up to the election. The common phrase, buy the rumor, sell the fact, could well be in play as Biden is pipping Trump to the polls in recent polling votes. However, what we are now seeing are key levels that stock markets are reaching in gaining back those all-time highs from only a few months ago. Now, ever since the beginning of May, we saw an upward trending stock market, and this is the US 30 in particular. Now, the idea for traders is that we are expecting higher amounts of volatility, and should we get a positive vote, and when I say a positive vote, that means a corporate-friendly vote perhaps, with a Trump presidency for the next term, we could potentially see a move back into a key area where prices were operating in only a few weeks ago, and of course at those all-time highs before the unprecedented pandemic move to the downside of that 23% retracement. Now we're looking for a move back over that area into that key resistance level to about 29,232. And then of course for the markets to potentially operate within that zone and break that all-time high just shy of the 30K mark. That is what the bull case is for US stocks. Now, if we do get a move to the upside, that will continue on with Trump's policy of perhaps a weaker dollar and a stronger equity market, which could well be the case leading into the end of the year. However, if we are looking at a Biden victory, which is well possible and on the cards, we may get an initial shock reaction looking to break this support level around the 28,500 point and then potentially back down into this channel, which would eventually read around 27K. So it's about 1,600 points lower from where we are at the moment. I wouldn't expect any shock reaction below that. If we do get a shock reaction, we could potentially see 25.227, which is almost 3,500 points down in the Dow Jones, which would be a 10% move. Really, worst case scenario, excuse my handwriting, 10% retracement as your worst case daily possible scenario for the vote. And that the reason why we've drawn that level out is it breaks your channel here, which has been formed over the last 5 months, and is a strong support level heading back into February, where we've had a few touches of that area. It's an unlikely case, but it is definitely a case for you to be aware of nonetheless. Regardless of who does become the victor of the election on November the 3rd, stimulus is of course key in play, because no matter who the president is, they still need to take the US economy through a recovery process following, of course, the coronavirus pandemic. The expectation is for it to continue until a vaccine is formed, which is again looking very unlikely, and uncertainty revolving around that could well steer the market heading into 2021. So the question is whether Biden or a Trump victory, could we see much change overall in terms of the direction of the US equity market? The question is probably not, especially if there is no significant change in the immediate term, with a strong foothold against corporate tax increases, seeing that businesses are looking to recover, or there should be some sort of notion about enterprise and increasing that in the US economy. However, there is then that larger debt picture, which either Trump or Biden would need to face, and the question is, will they be able to recover that in the time of their presidency, or how long will it take? Overall though, US equity markets are up, interest rates are expected to continue to be rock bottom, so bullish case in my view for US equity markets, but we do keep in mind those key support levels where we have highlighted on the chart at the 28K mark, which of course is a nice key support here going back into earlier on in 2020, and then you've got the bottom of this channel 27, 26 key support areas there to the downside. So Do keep your eyes on the markets. We could well indeed break all-time highs. Do watch out for, of course, shock moves on November the 3rd. That is the key date of the election result to keep your eyes on. And in the meantime, do trade safe. Stay tuned. All the best.